I've really changed.
Do we have a treat today or what?
Yeah.
This is a treat. So,
Right.
Mark, so this is the great Mark Putton-Vinkus.
Right.
I think you're aware. Patriot Training Systems trains anybody, any universe, any galaxy.
Pets.
We want to get into talking about like what is intelligent life in the universe and our place in intelligent life. We have another topic first, but we're going to get into that.
Yeah.
How are you doing, brother? Great to see you.
Good.
Good. Okay. So, Mark and I, what we tend to do is we get on, we have talked for a while, and then there'll be a topic. So today, Mark brought up an interesting topic. I want you to refresh our listeners that are universe all over the universe. There could be like some aliens, like Obama now thinks there's aliens, and I looked up the definition of an alien. Alien could be like a microorganism,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
So there could be microorganisms watching our show right now.
It's important that we do the right thing.
Right. So I want the microorganisms out there to be educated about where you and I have come in life, like our evolution. The evolution of Mark and Tom. So go ahead with your story, please.
Well, I think this is true for you as well, because
yes,
we're trying to be better citizens in the universe.
Yes.
And changing our old ways. And yesterday we had a game, and in the first period, I was following the play up ice, and one of their players, I looked back, was face down on the ice. So they blew the whistle, and I went around the bench. I leaned over and I said to their coach, "Hey, I have a medical pack if you need it." And he says to me, "I'm tired of you guys punching my players in the head. I'm starting to get pissed." So the old me would have been, I would have reacted in a much different way than I react now.
F you, I'll punch you in the head.
I wouldn't have swore. I would have just said, "So, okay, so what are you going to do about it?"
Okay. Gotcha.
And then I didn't do that.
Right.
I just went back to my bench and I looked at the other coach and I said, "Well, that was awkward."
So you got some humor out of it.
Yeah. And then, like one of the kids on the bench knows a little bit about my background with my temper and things of that nature.
Right.
And said something to the effect that the coach, that guy over there, probably, wasn't as smart. But I was like, "No, we're good." So then the period ends, and now we're going out to start the third period, and players are lined up waiting for the refs to come on it because we all have to go through the same door. And he comes out to me and goes, "Hey, I want to apologize." I said, "Hey, no problem." I told him, I said, "Listen, I didn't see what happened to your guy, and I just wanted to give you a hand. If I knew my kid punched him for no reason, I would have addressed it to the kid, right?" So he says, "Oh, yeah." And then as he's walking away, he gives me this hard tap to my midsection.
Oh.
And again, would have just had a different guy.
And it's clearly whether he knows he's doing it, like it's some kind of an ownership. Like, okay, he's in charge. He's the tough guy. Yeah. He made you back down. That kind of thing.
The thing is, like, if you saw the guy, you would go, "Oh, there's no threat there at all." And that's not the point. But it's like I think I've reached a state of zen finally. Right?
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. So what were you thinking at the time? Did you go see? What I've tried to do is say, listen, obviously that person has gone through something. He's trying to prove himself. He's upset or whatever. Try to be more empathetic what he's going through and not let it affect my life, right? Say, okay, I can understand, but I have my boundaries and stuff. Do you think you did?
I think that's fair to say.
Okay.
And I also feel that there was no imminent threat.
Right. But that didn't always really matter in the past, whether there's an imminent threat or not.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
That's so funny because we had this is years ago when I coached with John Tonelli. So people that remember John Tonelli as a player, maniac out there nonstop. And he coached exactly the same way. So we're coaching a U14 team. So 14-year-old kids. And we had a tournament up in upstate New York someplace. And one of our kids got hurt. So he now goes out on the ice to take care of the kid. Right. And while he's going out there, these three dads are on the other side of the glass. Yeah, and they're chirping at Tonelli. And they're chirping at the kid like he's faking. So now here's the dynamic here too. So Tonelli is so wild all the time. I'm trying to play the alternate role, right? I'm being the calm. Yeah. So now because he's on the ice and now he's the one that's calm and everything, the roles are now shifted. So I go marching off the bench to go around the back of the glass to where these three dads are. And as I'm walking there, like the two things around there's the good guy and the bad guy on each shoulder, right?
Right.
And I'm going, keep going. You're not letting these guys go.
And the other guy's trying to pull you back.
Yeah.
And
So I stopped and I said, nope, you're not doing this. And then, so the game ended. Similar kind of thing. The one dad who was doing it. So now he's a dad. He's got no business being on the ice.
Right.
I'm walking off the ice. He comes walking towards me on the ice. And he puts his hand on my chest, but he's being like really calm. And just like I can tell a look at your face, you're going, yeah, don't put your hand on me.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, no, and the issue, it's I think it's all sports now. I saw a video last year where the referee snapped and went after a father.
Yeah.
Not the referee, the umpire in a little league baseball game. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I've seen some videos of amazing of kids baseball tournaments and stuff where the parents are just going nuts, like little kids, like 7-year-old kids and everything. Oh man.
Well, the thing is too, I think we all have to come to a point where we say, you don't know who you're messing with. Like George, we've talked about George McPhee how many times?
Yeah.
And he would just rip your head off and ship it home to your family.
I know.
The guy, most unintimidating looking guy on the planet.
And then like this.
Even Royce, right? The little
So people don't know Royce follows our show sometimes. You ever see it pop up? Mark with Mark's event, they do this swim across the Hudson. I first met him. Not just the way he looks, but the way he acts. This quiet, unassuming guy. You'd think he's a priest or something like that, right? Yeah. And then you see some of the videos of him. He was a Taekwondo or Tai Chi.
Oh, he's a Filipino martial artist. He's a very high level guy.
Yeah.
But he's
Yeah.
He said not very intimidating looking. Yeah.
I know. So that's kind of good and bad, you think, right? Because I'm assuming at some point he has guys that want to think that they can intimidate him because he is so unassuming.
Right.
You almost think, what's that?
No, he got jumped one time, Royce. And it didn't work out well for the other fellas.
Oh God!
Did you see? And speaking of like kind of on this topic, did you see Milan Lucic? Where's he playing, in England now or something?
Yes.
Did you see the video? If you didn't, I'll send it to you. He gets into it with a guy.
Yeah.
And they're stringing each other out, and the other guy's going down, and he's on his hands and knees, and he looks up.
Oh.
It's kind of dirty, kind of cheap, but
yeah.
Got the point for us.
We got to say hello to the secret agent lady here, Deb Anderson.
There she is.
Gorgeous creature.
So she mentioned that she was an Olympian with Canada for hockey or U.S. or went. Yeah,
I don't
know that about her.
I don't think Deb was. Did she say that?
She mentioned Canada, maybe.
I know she may have asked the question about me being. I can't remember. She may have been. Mark, I missed that.
Through the comments, it was kind of.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So have you been watching both men's and women's Olympic hockey? You've been watching?
Yeah.
Right. You know what I think is interesting? TJ Oshie, he's got some great stories, his experiences, right? Like the multiple shootout. Yeah.
That was an incredible game.
Yeah.
And he kind of lived off that for a while.
So I've been doing actually one of a friend of mine also has been watching, and she's very attentive, watches. So the female that interviews TJ Oshie and Anson Carter in between periods, I can't remember her name. I looked her up, very attractive woman. She has a lot of sports work and everything.
Yeah.
So pay attention now. So when she first started, she was going with the ultra short skirts, right? They're never showing a close up of her face. And I thought, is there something happened to her or whatever? And I looked her up. She's a very attractive woman.
Are you talking about Catherine Teppan?
No, it's not Catherine Teppan. There's another one, Serziak or something. I can't remember her last name, but
Paige.
No, it's something. I can't remember. It may have been Paige, but yeah. So now she's gone. If you wonder if somebody said something to her, now she's got the ultra baggy long pants and everything, like almost like she stole Hillary Clinton's pants.
Yeah.
And never had them drawn in. Yeah. That's gonna be a scary sight here. No, we won't get into that.
Yeah, that's a little rough. Too early.
And they never show a close up of the woman. This friend of mine brought it up, and then I paid attention. It's like it's not a big deal. It's not.
So she's on NBC or Peacock or whatever.
She's on NBC. Yep. And so in between periods, her, Anson Carter, and TJ Oshie do their little analysis and the full close ups of the guys. And I just wondered why
maybe it's because PK's on. He's the fashion.
No, it's Anson Carter. Sanson Carter.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
But don't get mixed. That's terrible.
Yeah, it is.
So, God.
PK's in the news with a Trump comment he made.
Oh, did he? Why? What did he say?
Well, apparently he's pro-Trump.
Right.
He made a comment. I forget exactly what it has to do with, like these athletes in the Olympics talking about the United States and ice. Just
right. Okay, so since we last talked, did we have the penis gate thing where the guys are injecting themselves?
Oh, the ski jumpers.
Yeah, did we talk about that?
Yeah, we did, but that, it's still kind of fascinating.
I know. So since that, we've had the Canadian curling.
Well, can I ask a question?
What?
Who was watching it and went, "Hey, something doesn't look right there"?
Well, yeah, no. How could you tell?
That's
It's a great point.
Yeah.
So I mean, somebody's obviously looking directly at the penis.
Yeah, they're going.
I'm gonna. It must be something that's happened before because they're saying, "I'm going to make sure that this guy does not inject something in his penis because it's happened." Right.
It's I guess it's all about the aerodynamics. It gives you.
Yeah, apparently. But that's
I don't know who thought of this too. Like who? Like, if we just
let's shoot some acid. It's acid, isn't it? Like, isn't it some kind of acid?
I don't know, but
oh God, it's probably an amino acid, but people see acid, so they just write acid. No, it's not Angela Ruggiero. It's some CZ something. She's on. Her last name starts with CZ.
Oh, like a Czech name or something.
Yeah, maybe in Canada that would be a CZ. People don't know that. Yeah. Again, this is the Winter Olympics, which is a worldwide sport.
Yeah, you stay international. Yeah.
Right. Then we got the Canadian curlers cheating with the double hit.
You're not cheating. You're not trying.
I like the reaction of the guys. Like, I've never done that in my life. And there's the video. Well, you've done it.
Americans don't understand how big curling is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, huge.
This is big time.
In Canada. But it's one of those things again, like, okay, how do you think there's video cameras everywhere? Right. That's what still amazes me, right? With life, where camera, especially you're in the Olympics, it's worldwide.
People are looking.
Yeah. I've never done that in my life. And I think the Canadian women got accused of the same thing too, right? Yeah. Double touching. I wonder if they do that like if they're
out there. Yeah, no one caught it.
Yeah. No, it's Susan. It's not. Sorry, Susan. It's not AJ. Let's go. Hold on. I'll look it up. All right. So we have that going on. What else? You know who I think is like a really wholesome, attractive. What's the Chloe Kim, the snowboarder? She's cute.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh man, and her husband is that big football player or something, or boyfriend?
Right. Yeah, I can't figure his name. Yeah. But what about Jake Paul's girlfriend, the skater?
Yes. Ooh.
Yeah. But she wins a gold medal, and she's still known as Jake Paul's girlfriend.
I know.
Poor kid.
She can throw him around. She's got, obviously it's muscle.
Yeah. Remember Eric Heiden? How big his quad?
Oh yeah, yeah.
His butt.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. Actually, they showed pictures of him there. He was at the.
Well, I think he won 5 gold medals, right?
Yeah. Well, that's right. The women are playing now. Susan's on top of that. Women the U.S. women are
a good team. And they're pretty aggressive out there.
Yeah. So what's the rule? You can hit, but it's going to be like a kind of an incidental hit.
Incidental, but
Yeah. I remember coaching the girls' high school team. We had a couple of kids that were really young girls that were really into it. And if somebody started messing with their teammates, that incidental hitting was.
And so Sean and Bruce Driver's kid played together when they were 12, and there was a girl, Jackie Pieri, who was probably one of the toughest kids on the team. Oh. She is playing for Italy in the Olympics now.
Oh, she's now? Okay.
Yeah. She was the captain at Brown. Oh. So she's older because she's my son's age. She's like 34, but she's playing for Italy.
Oh, very cool.
She played at Brown as a captain there.
Very cool.
He was tough, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, okay. So we need to touch on figure skating for what we'll go back to, but also what was the guy doing? Didn't he announce that he was having an affair at the Olympics? Is that what it was?
Well, that was a while ago, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that a soccer player, maybe?
But it was it was an Olympic athlete.
Yeah, but it was in the Olympic soccer, I think. But it was an Olympic athlete for sure.
But I thought it was just now in the Winter Olympics, wasn't it?
Oh, just recently?
Yeah, I thought it was just.
I didn't catch that one because it was one a while back where the guy said.
Oh,
Yeah.
So I guess that's a thing, right?
Yeah, I guess it's a new thing.
Right.
Like nobody's watching.
Yeah. And I don't think anybody asked him or anything like that. He
Yeah,
just offered up the information. You know what I think is a good idea? I'm going to announce today on national or worldwide television that I'm cheating on my wife.
Just so she knows.
Yeah. And they'll do it. They'll really embarrass her.
They
Really
need to ride home from the airport now, but
what else going? Anything else exciting in the Olympics? There's some good stuff. You know what I really am fascinated by? The skiing where they're shooting.
See, that's my thing.
Oh,
If they want to, like, they should have that part of the event where the ski jumpers.
yeah.
where they're all like, yeah. Like,
sick.
oh,
What's wrong? That would be funny. Have to do like paintball. We shoot the guy out of the sky with a paintball gun. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
Some of the crashes though, like that skeleton, they call it the skeleton.
yeah.
Like you're laying face first. Like, first of all, who thought of that? I mean,
I know. Oh yeah. Oh, going downhill. Oh yeah. Oh.
and they let like a big push broom.
Yeah.
Somebody dropped it on the track, and the girl
I
hit
saw that.
her in the shoulder. Yeah,
Yeah.
hit her in the head.
You know the other stuff the strategy behind the skating, the speed skating and everything.
Yeah,
Some of those crashes they have too. Those
they're
big
violent crashes. Yeah.
wow.
Well, did you see the girl doing the tricks? Like where they go down the rail, and she gets in the air and her ski came off.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
At least the ski. There's been some wicked crashes.
I know.
Lindsey Vonn, yeah.
Oh, very funny. Kevin Fiala, thank you, Susan, of the LA Kings.
What was the?
Broke his leg in a couple of places, I guess. Yeah. In this time, I don't think we can even blame Tom Wilson, unfortunately.
No,
yeah.
But
He was there. He got ragdolled by the French guy. Did you see that?
Yeah. That's embarrassing.
I know. And is he going to get in a fight at the Olympics with some French guy throws you around? That's terrible. He's probably going for croissants after.
To France, but they're not known for.
Yeah. They're going for croissants after the game.
Yeah.
Let's go for a croissant.
Yeah.
How about apparently Matthew Tkachuk said to Leon Draisaitl. So Tkachuk plays for Florida. Draisaitl plays for Edmonton in the NHL. Florida's beat Edmonton twice now in the last 2 years. They're playing Germany is Draisaitl's team. U.S. is Tkachuk's team. So they played yesterday. And Tkachuk apparently says to Draisaitl, always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah, it was on hot mic.
Oh, it was on the hot mic? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
funny. I mean, that's a good chirp. I mean, it's really, good.
I guess for some reason you think about the Olympics, you think they're going to be gentlemen. It's going to be very, whatever.
Hey, well, obviously, remember Jimmy Vesey, right? Did you see his father? I didn't know his father played that much.
Oh.
His father was in the St. Louis system. He played with Chase and all those guys in whatever it was back then, the Central League or the International. Yeah. And he's on that interview, and he's a straight up Charleston, Massachusetts.
Oh.
Like Southie.
Oh, is that right? Tough guy?
Oh, yeah. Some good stories. Some really good stories.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I do get a kick out of the whole. Okay. I want to ask you too. How good do you think? Well, okay. 2 questions, I guess. Talent-wise, the Hughes brothers are unbelievable, right? Talent-wise.
Yeah.
Do you think they're winners? Yet to be seen, right?
Yeah, I think it's too early.
Yeah.
The little guy is incredibly talented, but he's so incredibly little. I mean, he's a tiny guy.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, there's small and then there's tiny.
Right. I'm just envisioning them getting a playoff series against Vegas.
Forget it. They'd get chewed up.
Yeah.
But the way the game is now, it allows guys to play like that until it shrinks.
Yeah.
What
now you start getting into the playoffs, the second, third, fourth round. Yeah.
But I mean, the skill level is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
Did you know the mom played?
What's that?
The mother played for USA.
Hughes. Oh, I didn't know that. They keep showing.
Yeah, I just found that out too. It came up on Facebook or something. Yeah.
Right. You know who I think does a fantastic job, and I think he's got better. He's always been good. Is Eddie Olczyk does a good job on TV too?
Yeah, he does, and he does the Kentucky Derby. So
Yeah.
Yep.
What did he? He was very funny. They talked about the plumbing not working someplace, and he's gone through his cancer problems. Yeah. He says, "So I've had the bad plumbing for 8 years now." Or something. He's pretty good. Yeah.
What happened to Pierre? Did they? Pierre
yeah, I think he was not well liked by his coworkers.
Yeah, I don't think many people liked him.
I know. I think that actually is what made him also interesting to watch.
You want to see what kind
Yeah.
of.
Well,
Yeah.
you want to watch a car crash, right? It's the same kind of thing.
And I really didn't need to know what T-ball team
I know.
played on in the third grade or whatever.
I give him credit because he did that for years, and people were always carpeting him for it, but he kept on going.
Kept on going.
So Pierre McGuire, for people who don't remember, was a longtime NHL executive, got on TV and did very well. He was like Brian Boucher's now between the benches. That was Pierre's job. And he's very controversial, really spoke his mind. He graded the draft. Yep. So, yeah. Oh, let me see here. Susan Brooks talking about the Hughes brothers. They're all made of tissue paper. Ooh, man. See, Susan, dude, man, she goes right at it.
She's pretty accurate.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know about the other two brothers because I don't, but Jack for sure has had his injury.
Yeah. Can we hear one more time about who's the former Islander that plays in Colorado now?
Brock
Nelson. Can we hear one more time about his uncle is Dave Christian?
Yeah.
Every game. I mean, he's got quite a few uncles that are Dave Christian.
Right.
They keep talking about it. Yeah.
Hey, did you watch Netflix has that series or documentary on the 80 game?
I didn't see it yet. No.
Really good.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's really, is it kind of a Herb Brooks story or is it more?
It's both, but it's pretty, it's about the 80 game, but it's also a lot about Herbie. They had a reunion of not all, but probably a dozen guys. Silk was
Silky was there?
Yeah, McClanahan, who played with you also, and then Baker. Did he play?
Steve Baker or
Bill Baker? Bill Baker. He played with you as well. Yeah. And it was interesting because forget how long ago that was already.
Yeah.
And the guy's still getting really emotional about it.
Yeah.
Like how it related to their story or the family or whatever.
I wonder if I'm like this too with stuff that happened in the past. I wonder if time goes on, it becomes even more emotional, right? Because you realize
it's a better time.
Yeah.
You're young.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting.
Not a better time.
I mean, not everybody's like you and I that we don't age at all.
Keep going.
Yeah. But some of these guys, they've aged, right? I mean, Well, I was going to say this about Brock Nelson. Didn't know where I should go with this or not. He's not like hockey players typically, and obviously we're biased.
Yeah.
I have this rugged kind of look to him. He's got the.
He reminds me of the Tetley T-Man.
Tetley T-Man, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. For say he just doesn't fit in a hockey uniform. No. He's a great player.
Hell of a player.
Yeah, but face just doesn't.
That picture.
Yeah, like if you were to see a picture of Brock Nelson, what would you think he was? You wouldn't think he's a hockey player.
It's like from a comedy show or something.
Right. He looks like Cash Patel almost, like
he's hockey. He's a hockey player.
Yeah.
Cash.
Do you think he really trains his eyeballs, Cash Patel, to look the way they look, or is that?
There's that guy, that comedian that's in a lot of those like but young man buddy movies. I forget his name, but Ash something. That's who he reminds me of.
Great question.
The Epstein files were fully released, so I haven't seen my name pop up or yours, so we're good.
Now, totally unredacted.
Yeah.
Oh, so the free.
I think the victims obviously are redacted, but.
So they redacted the victims this time because the first time they didn't redact. Yeah. The victims were the only ones that didn't get redacted.
It's going to be an interesting couple of days here. See what really.
Okay. We're going to come back to that. My prediction on that, but okay. Tom had aspirations to stay in the broadcasting field. How far? Well, that's a great question. And I mean this very seriously. I'll use myself as an example, but I think I've told this story. When I got done playing and I started in the agent business a little bit and I started in the broadcasting, I'd called John Davidson, old teammate of mine, great friend, who had done incredible work as a broadcaster, probably one of the best ever in hockey.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, he was interesting. He was very, not just for the broadcasting, but just in life in general. He said, listen, I love playing. Had a great career, accomplished some things. He said, but I left things on the table. He says, I will never do that again. Whatever I'm going to do next, I am going to be great at what I do. It's in my total control. He bought the big satellite dish so he could watch games, teams that were coming in to play the Rangers, whoever. He could watch games in advance, talk to everybody, all coaches around the league. He had notes so that when he got game time, he was never left off guard.
Yeah.
And so he really taught me that. And that was really, if I had continued on the agent business, my goal was to be the best broadcaster possible. So, yeah. And it was a great experience. I tell you what, I look back at it now, and I don't know if I fully appreciated what JD was helping me with, but it's a really life lesson too. About
How many years did you do that? 2?
Yeah, a couple years. Yeah, it was when I did the first year when the Sharks started.
Yeah.
I did some other stuff there, but it was I really then shifted my focus. I'd gotten divorced, and the agent business was much better. I could make my own schedule to make sure I was with my boys.
So who Sharks then? Who was the coach and all that?
That was George Kingston, I think, was the coach. Remember George
And
Kingston?
who did they have then?
I think Doug Wilson maybe was there. He got
Okay.
picked up in the expansion draft. Pat Falloon was their first overall.
Fat Balloon.
Pat Balloon. Yeah. Yeah.
Number 1 pick.
Okay, so they released all the Epstein files.
Yeah.
So, all right. So my theory is, my theory is just in general on politics. It's all about diversion and division. Are the 2 words.
It's a
Right.
shame.
Right. So now everybody seems to be involved, either tied to people or, and some really sick stuff. Like I watched Joe Rogan, and we've talked about Joe. I think he's a moneymaker, but he's also good at what he does, right?
I think he's honest.
Yes. Right. Yes. I think he just believes what he believes right down the middle.
Right. He'll let you know where he is.
Yeah. And he was saying the stuff he had a guest on, and he said, they're demons.
Well,
right.
Yeah. If you're to believe what we're hearing now, it's just incredibly awful.
Right. So they wouldn't, knowing the history of our politicians and our media, they wouldn't release that. See, I think they've just gotten so arrogant with everything that we'll just release it. It looks terrible, but we'll move on to something else. We'll go talk about Venezuela, whatever else it is.
It's, you and I have talked about this. It's cyclical. Like,
Yeah.
the ICE stuff is starting. We're not seeing that so much. It's the Epstein file before. I mean, how long ago was it where every day was Ukraine? Now we don't hear about Ukraine. Like the war stopped. I mean, I don't think so.
Yeah. It was Greenland.
You don't hear about it. Greenland.
It's almost like you think, okay, we've got a list of to-do list, right? We've got okay.
Today's Thursday. We're
Yeah. So if the Epstein files looks too scary, let's talk about Greenland. Let's talk about the dome or whatever we're going to put over Greenland.
What about the whole Savannah Guthrie story?
Yeah. Okay.
It's a horrible story, but I mean,
I feel terrible because an elderly woman has been taken from her home, right? But I have a hard time after 10 days. All of a sudden, there's this glove that's found in the desert. Like, first, okay, what were you doing all this time? Didn't you go out and search?
where's the glove?
The glove. It was OJ. It was OJ's glove.
Michael Jackson.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Yeah, it's always the glove.
It's that black glove.
Yeah.
Wow. It's you don't want to laugh because it's a woman.
You have to though, because it's
well, and plus, if you look up statistics, thousands of people go missing every year.
And Arizona is a bad state because a lot of they're actually kidnapping drug cartel members because they know they have a lot of money.
Right. So
probably not a smart move, but
yeah. So then you're thinking, okay, it's terrible that she's gone, but what about the rest of the people have gone missing? Does anybody care about those people, or I don't know? Yeah. So I'm almost thinking it's terrible, but it doesn't add up. I'll put it
no, it doesn't pass the smell test.
Right.
And anytime, I hate to say it, but the Clintons are attached to a story.
Oh,
you start going, I don't know.
I know, no kidding. Especially somebody
really attached. And this was when their name came out in the file.
Oh, the Epstein. Oh, yeah.
Her husband, Michael Feldman's a scrubber for the Clintons, which means his business cleans up all social media, anything negative.
And then wasn't she interviewing some of the Epstein survivors?
Yeah, and the mom who was missing was a virulent anti-Trump. So there's all these, like this background stories, as there always are in these things, but it's just.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh.
How about the guy in California go, maybe I can get some money here. Yeah, I got her. Send cash.
And then the whole, I know, the Bitcoin. And there's been all these deadlines and everything, and the deadlines passed.
And they said she didn't have her medication. She's going to be dead in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, if in fact it's what it is, it's horrible. But I mean,
yeah, that's the thing. We don't want to laugh about it because
we're so. I mean, I am. I don't know about everybody. to the point where I'm not believing anything.
No, totally. Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
If they say something, if it comes out of the media's
I
mouth,
mean, how many
or
times they lie before you go, nah, I don't know.
yeah, totally. There's got to be some other explanation for it.
I'm not there and didn't see it.
I'm at the point I think you're at too, where I think it's healthy to not believe anything you hear.
Really
like
healthy not to watch the news too.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Oh God. Okay. So aliens. So how did that? So Obama was asked openly about, is there aliens? Right? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I don't know, but there's a lot of, and it's been for a while, talk about
Right.
like aliens here. And Tim Burchett, who's a
What is it? Burchett?
He's from Tennessee.
Oh, I think you said Burchett. Okay, sir.
Yeah, not Burchett.
No, okay.
Burchett. I can't say it. He's saying that there's 4 to 5 underwater alien sea bases off the east coast of the United States. That might explain all those drones we saw in Jersey a year or two ago.
Sure. All right. So,
But then there's also the Fermi.
So there's aliens under the water that we know about that are living,
correct.
And we're just allowing them to live there. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't mess with them. Yeah, do your thing, man. Just leave me alone.
But do you think, okay, so we now have been, due to movies and talk, so we look at aliens, these big-headed guys that are dangerous. They're here to kill us.
Yeah.
So I think, okay, why not think, I'm not saying this is the case, but why not think, all right, they could be a totally different form of being.
Yeah.
That we could be sitting, I could have an alien sitting right here in front of me right now and not even know it, right? And we hear people say, is there other intelligent life out there in the universe? So that's assuming that we're intelligent life.
Yeah, that's a big assumption. Yeah.
So there could be some people that thousands of years ago came down and built the pyramids, aligned them perfectly with the stars and all that kind of stuff, because they needed some guidance system from one of their craft.
Yeah.
Right? And they're now looking down at us and going, okay,
what a mess.
Yeah, no, these people can't figure out who
What are
built
they doing nowadays?
Yeah. Like they're trying to figure out
pyramids.
We built the pyramid. Yeah. These guys can't figure that out.
Guys up.
Yeah.
We said one thing, just behave.
I know, exactly.
And you can't do that.
It's like, here's an example. You're in the water, right? And there's buoys all over the place, right? Like around docks, people tie their boats up to a buoy, whatever, because they want to dock their boat. So it's the same kind of thing.
Well,
somebody came by and go,
system that they had.
Yeah.
Stellar.
Yeah. So somebody came by and said, how did that buoy get there?
Right.
Yeah. Let's try to spend thousands of years trying to figure out how the buoy got there.
So you know what the Fermi paradox is?
Sorry, what's that again?
Fermi was he was one of the physicists that worked on the Manhattan Project.
Oh, okay.
And his thought is that we've never been visited, and the reason is that the universe is too expansive. So to be able to get from point A to point B would take millennia, and no one could survive that, right? So we'll never visit anybody. Think about the effort it took us supposedly to go to the moon.
Right.
It took how many 2,000 years or more.
And then we erased all the evidence that we went there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. We went there with like doing long division.
It was on a napkin.
On a napkin. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Chris Kraft. Remember Chris Kraft?
Okay. The only reason I'll question.
Yeah.
We're asking the question, I guess, is, but we're assuming that based on the way we look at time travel.
Correct. Yeah. Maybe they have advanced technology that they could do it.
Right. But
on the flip side of the coin, if the universe is universal, meaning it started at the same time, and there's other aliens that would be just like us,
right?
It's universal, right?
Right.
Then they've come as far technologically as we have,
right.
And we're still on the 1 yard line when we got to get to the far goalpost.
Right.
And being able to go to interstellar.
Definitely.
Right.
Yeah. But then you get like to the quantum mechanics where.
Well, that's
right. So people that aren't aware of market item and stuff, quantum mechanics means you could have two particles on opposite sides of the universe, millions of light years away, and they move together exactly at the same time, right? That's the theory. But is that a theory or is that a proven fact? I guess it's all theory, right?
I guess. I think what's going on with the Collider over in France, is that they're getting closer. They're getting more evidence to show that what they're hypothesizing is correct.
Interesting. So I mean, I think this is just how evolution works. Like scientifically, we felt like we had a lot of answers all figured out, and now with quantum computing,
we thought we were the center of the universe.
Yeah. And then we got the James Webb Telescope, which now is seeing different things in a different way. So, interesting stuff. I know you
to believe it.
Exactly. You know what?
It could be
what? Right. What do we believe about anything right now?
Well, they say that a lot of people think that Stanley Kubrick, who's a famous director, did a lot of very well-known films, was one who was a director for the enactment of the moon landing.
Oh, okay.
That was done on a stage, on a set. Yeah.
I tell you, the more I look at the moon landing, there's just no possible way.
A lot of questions. Yeah, that's a lot of questions.
And
Buzz Aldrin, you can see on YouTube. Now I don't know if he had a few drinks in him or whatever, but he would say we never went there.
I know. So now, and I believe you when you like I've seen that, and I think the same thing as you. There's other people who think, well, that was taken out of context. If you showed the whole interview,
and he did appear to have a couple adult beverages in him.
Yeah. All right. So we're getting. All right. So now, it wasn't just one person that shot JFK, correct?
Oh no.
Right. There's no possible way.
No.
Okay. Where are we at then on 9/11? Like, okay, let's start with Building 7. Building 7. There's no possible way Building 7 was not imploded.
Again, there's so many holes in that story, and it's been long enough now. It's been like 20 some odd years that you start to say, hey, I'm not so sure about this story.
Right.
And I think even the fact that we're seeing now that we've been lied to about a lot of things that we know now are not just factually true, and that the government has a tendency to kind of fabricate.
And do you think, like going into Afghanistan based on weapons of mass destruction, that they were just wrong, or they lied to us on that one?
Well, that was Iraq was weapons.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yes. The same difference, but I mean, all right. So there's a story circulating, and it's a lot of people saying this, and people that would know what really occurred. Benghazi. What that was about, she sent over Christopher Steele. When I say she, Hillary Clinton was a Secretary of State. Right. She constructed an arms deal through Steele and some CIA people in that region. It went bad. And ended up getting in the wrong hands, eventually killed some American soldiers. Right. So she sent Steele over to Benghazi to kind of quell that story. I don't know what the mission entirely was. And that's the true story behind Benghazi, what happened, and why they stood down. Because she was telling them to stand down. I don't know if you remember that story.
Yeah, right.
They kept, because we had what's called green card, ex-SEALs, ex-Rangers, ex-Delta guys working for the State Department.
Well, initially came out that there was some video that came out which incited the.
Oh, well, that again, here is an outright lie. And they went on all the Sunday talk shows. Not Susan Rice. What's it, Susan Rice?
Yeah.
Yes, Susan Rice. He did. Clinton did. They all with this. They even arrested a guy that made the video, and it was a total lie. I mean, and so yeah.
But the weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. So we went over to war.
Yeah.
It's either they were so totally incompetent that they thought there was weapons of mass destruction, and maybe there was at one point, and they got taken out of there.
So what? Yeah. So
or they just totally lied to us, right? Because
no, there was. If you believe the story, there was some evidence. So Hussein was trying to buy from a Canadian, actually, a fabricator, essentially components to make a super long missile, right? That he could lob into Israel or wherever he wanted to put it. And the story that I've heard is he knew that we were going to come. So he either buried them in the middle of the desert, the components, or just shipped them off to Syria or somewhere else. Right. So that when we got there, they weren't there. So was it a lie? It's either a lie, old intelligence, or bad intelligence.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we went to war over it, supposedly.
Yeah. And thousands of people died, trillions of dollars spent.
On Halliburton.
And there's the other part of it. So now all the guys that make money off it are
Raytheon. Oh,
yeah.
Defense contractors want war.
I know.
That war, they don't have a business.
I know.
They want it. Yeah.
I know.
And
I looked up. I obviously had time on my hands. The big fentanyl stuff coming out of Venezuela. Our own agencies have determined the bulk of the fentanyl is coming out of Russia. Excuse me, China and Mexico.
In Mexico. Yeah.
Right. So that
that was pretty much not a cover story, but an entree into being able to the truth of the matter is China and Russia are there, and we don't want a beachhead there with those guys. And strategically, you have oil that they have that we could use, but more importantly, it's like the Cuban Missile Crisis. We didn't want nuclear weapons 90 miles off our coast.
Same thing
now it really doesn't matter.
Same thing with Russia and Ukraine. That's why Russia went into Ukraine.
Yeah. Because they're NATO and the threat of going into NATO, which means
to me, that's a really interesting read for people to go back. It goes back centuries, but at least go back to the 90s when USSR crumbled and all the promises were made to Russia that were broken over years.
Well, yeah. And again, to the Ukrainian story, there's a lot of stories about the United States having bio labs there, bioweapon labs that were set up there. But I don't know. I mean, you could set those up anywhere. I don't know why it would be Ukraine, but
yeah. Well, it's a wonderful world,
isn't it? Yeah.
Going to move to Singapore. Singapore.
AOC when she was asked.
What's that?
AOC was asked. She went over to Munich. They got some kind of conference on something or other. I forget. World security, whatever. And she's there pontificating, and she's being interviewed. Oh. And they asked her about what would your response be? And if she were the commander in chief, because she's now being pumped out as a candidate for the
is she?
2028 election. Huh. And so the question was, what would you do? Like, what is the policy or what position would the United States take if China goes into Taiwan? And she went on at least 15-second, like forever.
Right.
It's unfortunate. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, I know. They're all talking heads, for God's sakes.
No kidding.
I know.
I would like to take
what's that?
How many in Congress? What's there? Is it like over 300 people in Congress, I think? Get them all in a room and give them a test, an unmarked map. Pick out Taiwan.
Okay. Here's the test I want. So, as you know, there's the Stock Act of 2012.
Right.
Stock is STOCK, meaning stop trading on congressional knowledge. So
now what it is? I didn't know that.
Yes. So created by the people who are doing the very cheating, but they wanted to make it look like they were doing something, right? So they have the Stock Act of 2012. First of all, the initial penalty, regardless of how much money you make on an illegal stock trade, is a $200 fine. Now, it does go up beyond that. But the tricky thing is they've got nobody that monitors it. So people who know the Stock Act, members of Congress are required to, and it goes beyond the members of Congress, I think it's their family members or whatever too, are required to disclose their stock transactions in a timely fashion. I think it's 60 days or whatever it is. Nobody does it, right? So there's the thing I would like to. I'd like to go walk in and say, okay, I want you all to send me your verification of your stock transactions for the last 2 years. Yeah. And we're gonna line that up against. You're on a committee, and we line that up with all the decisions that are made on that committee with the transactions you made, and I'm guaranteed that. Yeah, to me, that's the root of all the problems right there. It's not about what's right for the country. It's about how can they.
Look, Nancy Pelosi had like a 15 or 18%.
Yeah. She heard her husband is like 10 times more successful than Warren Buffett. It's amazing.
And Ariana Presley, they're asking her. She's one of the squad. Like, and I'm not picking on that party or her squad, but they're questioning how you went from a net worth of negative 65K to like whatever $8 million within 2 or 3 years, and then you had.
They're all doing it though. That's the thing.
Well,
that's why nobody questions each other about it, because they're all doing it.
There's a Republican. Her name is Kelly Loeffler, I think. Right. Loeffler, and she was in Trump's first term. I think she was either a congresswoman or senator or whatever. And then she lost an election. But now he appointed her. She's something, I think, in the Treasury Department, pretty high up. She's another one.
Oh, God.
Just,
It's entertaining. Well, how about the other one I saw too, where so the old South Park had become famous because their cartoons would always be predicting
Simpsons as well.
Simpsons. Is it Simpsons?
Simpsons, yeah.
Is it both of them or more the
I think
Simpsons?
it's more so the Simpsons.
Simpsons.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Crazy.
now, are they named somehow in the Epstein files where now they're thinking it hasn't been because now the theory is it has not been more of a prediction. It's been more of a like telling you this is what we're going to do.
So Bart went to Epstein Island.
I think so. Who's the guy? Oh, is it? The bald-headed guy that's with Trump.
Stephen Miller.
No, I know him, but there's another guy. He's Lutnick. His was good. He says, "Okay, I was a one and done. We went over to Epstein's house one time, and then
it turns out not quite the truth.
I went to the island, but I took my wife and kids,
Yeah.
and I brought my wife. In it's funny his interview because it goes, and I brought my kids home with me.
There's some evidence that he had some interaction with him after he was convicted of the pedophilia.
Well, see, that's
the damaging part.
Right. See, to me, you could almost give people a pass before
they didn't know.
Right. Yeah. But once he's convicted, I mean, and you're right. That's an interesting point. Yeah.
And he's not the only one that kind of pulled that game. Well, but yeah. It's sad, really. If we're to believe even 0.1% of what they're saying, it's really scary. It's sad. It's
like the demonic stuff, like the
fire up the woodshed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just gonna go away.
Oh yeah, nothing's gonna happen.
It's gonna be. We should all be. Here's my take on it. We should all be totally outraged on how sick. Like I said, if 1/10 of what they're saying is true, we should all be totally outraged. If you've not dealt with the child abuse issue, and understand, like people think, well, okay, they abused them one time. It's a lifelong sentence for those people. Drug addiction, alcohol addiction.
Trafficking of children.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And they're banking on the fact that that's the way we are. We'll just say, well, it didn't happen to my child, so I'll just move on.
Because we are.
Yeah.
And I think that's human nature to a certain extent. As long as it doesn't bother me.
I know, but that's a subjct that is just sick.
But and then Pam Bondi says, "Well, if I release the whole system will collapse." Well, that's the point, honey. That's the point.
For her to say that,
the system needs to collapse. If you're talking about a system of child trafficking and pedophilia, and maybe even cannibalism now, that system needs to collapse. All right.
You got me fired. Not you. I don't mean to blame you. I am fired up on that subject. To me, that is one of the worst crimes ever. To do that to children.
It really is hard to wrap your mind around it. But unfortunately, it is a fact, and it's super disturbing for sure.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's like for some reason, not some reason. We know the reason. The media does not want it to get out how bad it really is. Right. Even after that movie, what is it? Silent. That movie that came out recently. Really pretty.
Oh, I know what you mean. I can't think of the name of it.
Silent or quiet or
child trafficking.
Yeah, it was, and I get it. Like I go back to my history when I represented Sheldon Kennedy, who became famous. This goes back 20 years ago, probably now. And so Sheldon Kennedy was an NHL hockey player. If people don't know, had been sexually abused from his junior coach from the time he was 14. He didn't tell anybody until he was like in his 20s. He asked me to represent him. And when he called me up and told me, he had told his wife, and they called me up and told me about that he'd been sexually abused. At that second, I had no concept about this. What that meant. I was totally naive, totally stupid. But during the process of dealing with stuff with Sheldon, they really educated me on that. And the damage it does to kids is just unbelievable. Like
it's just murder the kid, honestly.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's a lifelong sentence to a kid.
Theo Fleury's been public about it. He was a victim of that.
Yeah.
Was it Graham James? Was that his name?
Yep, Graham James. Yeah.
Like the damage it does to these kids, and that's why for me, I know I shouldn't say just for me, but for people that have any education about it at all, to just think we know what's going on and we don't do anything about it, it's just.
Well, one of the good things that USA Hockey's done, if you're going to coach kids now, it's mandatory to take this online. It takes an hour and a half of
Yeah.
what to do, because this, like, I didn't know, like, so say a kid came to you, what do you do with that?
Yeah.
Right?
Or
Do you
even
go to
think-
law enforcement?
yeah.
You know,
Like things that you don't put yourself and to really safe sport is what it's called for people. And I think anybody can take the course, but
correct.
USA Hockey.
It's a good thing to do.
It really opened my eyes up even
Me
more.
too.
But the position,
What our responsibility,
Right.
if a child
Like-
coaches you, yeah.
right? Being in a locker room alone with a young child, given
Well, to that point, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but we have to have 2 safe sport coaches in a room, not 1, 2.
definitely, yeah. So it's the more I think about it, it's just like like the logic, because of politics and money, we allow thousands of kids every year to be abused and maybe more than not, but it sounds like things even more than abused.
Well, how much is unreported? You know,
Yeah. Oh God, sick stuff.
yeah, it's terrible.
I tell you, we're winning the lottery tonight, so we have the finances to
For the kids and for the dogs.
we're gonna save the world.
Yeah.
So we both are doing it. So what a big part of our lives, how people that don't know, is really learning more about how the mind works, neuroplasticity, all these different things about the quantum world and everything. So I've really made a point, even more so now, and I think you're the same way, that everything that I do now is positive. I don't accept any negativity. I don't say the words OLD. I don't say OLDER. I don't acknowledge that. It's all about we can do anything we want to do. So we got a guy in the gym, really nice gentleman, but he's at the opposite end of the spectrum. He's a great guy, but he said, "What are you doing today?" I said, "I'm just going to walk down, buy my lottery ticket, win the lottery, or the winning lottery ticket." "Yeah, you don't want to win that. That's not going to help your life." And I said, "Yeah, I'm going to save the world or whatever." And he said, no, I didn't say it. He says, "Well, you can't." I said, "No." I said, "I'm going to go to the grocery store every day. I'm going to stand there and pay everybody's grocery bill." He said, "Well, Tom, you can't save the world." And I stopped and I said, "Well, I am saving the world already. It's already in process, brother." And yeah, it's true. Yeah. I mean, you know what? And that's the great, you get me on the soapbox here. With all this terrible stuff that's going on.
Right.
There's so many great people out there that are doing great things.
You never know about it, though. If you watch it out.
Yeah, definitely. 2 fantastic people we got to say hello to here really quick. Johanna, we do the podcast. She's a very interesting woman. She's really opened my eyes up a lot about. She's really into yoga, all about the soul.
John, which epidemic are we talking about? This.
I think we were talking about
the child trafficking.
I think we were on that. Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
it's really frightening that there are people out there that are so
Yeah.
corrupted with whatever that they would even think of doing something like that.
I know, but that's when you think,
Trafficking of children.
right?
You know.
Like that was for me when you look back, like when 9/11 happened, for example,
Yeah.
and people suggested that the government had something to do with it. And people are saying, and I was one of those saying, well, they wouldn't do that and risk people's lives.
Right.
And the more I think about it now, yeah, they would. I mean, we went to war. We go to wars, all the wars. We didn't have to go to these wars we went to.
So, as it relates to child trafficking, the cartels make, just in human trafficking, adults and
Yeah.
children, I mean, billions and billions of dollars a year.
Oh, yeah.
And there has to be complicity somewhere within our borders that it's allowed.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to blame it on anybody because I don't know who's doing it.
Sure.
Somebody in a position where they could stop it is not.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a lot of different circumstances. Like, remember the Penn State thing with Joe Paterno, for example.
Right.
So people don't remember Joe Paterno was the head football coach, legendary guy, great person, older gentleman. And he had a coach on his staff who was sexually abusing kids.
For a long time.
Right. And now Paterno supposedly knew about it, but did nothing. I believe in his case, he just was he was that older gentleman, had no concept whatsoever of what was going on. Like he just didn't understand it, right? I think there's those kinds of people.
And he was in denial of it. There's
Yes. Right. Still wrong because he could have stopped kids from being abused. So it's not right that that's going on. So I think there's those kinds of people. And I think there's others who just don't give a shit. It just.
Well, I'll give you another thought too. So that Dr. Nasser, that really abused, literally hundreds of little girls.
Yep.
The FBI knew about it. The FBI knew about it. They knew about him, and they didn't do anything about it.
And
You
why
have to
didn't
ask
you?
yourself why.
Oh, okay. So you don't know a reason why they didn't. It's just,
No.
man,
From my way of thinking, there is no reason that would stand up in my world.
yeah,
How would you allow that?
I know.
But they did. They knew about him, and they knew what he was doing. And that went on for years.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much, kind of going back to the woman getting abducted there in Arizona, what's her name?
Guthrie, Nancy Guthrie.
You kind of wonder when those kinds of things happen, how much of that is somebody sending a message? Okay, you keep your mouth shut. So how many times does that happen?
Remember that was it.
What's that, sorry?
No, well, that's what I'm saying. It's connected to you know who, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
start to go,
Yeah.
what's going
Sure.
on here? Yeah.
So you kind of wonder if that, and there's a pretty good possibility that's the case. How many other times does that stuff happen?
Every day,
Right.
all over the world.
I know. It's kind of like I hate to, but like you watch a Jason Bourne kind of movie. Wow, great movie, exciting. You think some
Does
of
that
that-
really exist?
yeah, like some of that stuff's some of the stuff's going on.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The CIA, and I've mentioned this many times. Ann Jacobson, she wrote a book called "Surprise, Kill, Vanish" about their assassination program. They actually have meetings on like Monday, you know, instead of chatting about hockey, they're going, "All right, who we killing this week?"
Right.
I mean, it's a real thing.
Where are you at with Sean Ryan right now with the podcast of the former Navy
I
SEAL?
like Sean. You know, I think the question always with any of these guys, are they real or is it an act to make money or is there an agenda?
Right.
He did work for the CIA after his SEAL career, but I would venture to say he's a patriot and he
Right.
really believes in the right thing.
Right. Yeah, and that's the unfortunate thing because in the old days, the Navy SEALs were the silent. What do they call them? The silent.
Yeah, nobody knew, like, could be your neighbor. You had no idea.
And that was part of the code was to not talk about your stuff.
The culture was you didn't talk about it.
Right. So now that's really changed. You know, Marcus Luttrell, Sean Ryan, others.
Yeah, and I think it's not their fault. I think Hollywood grabbed it. It's a good story.
Right.
You know.
Right. But I mean, there's the guys like the David Goggins, Jocko, who I like a lot, Jocko Wilnick.
You know, it's not the same thing, but like athletes do, some play a career and you never hear about them and they have a good
Right.
career. Then there's other guys that, you know, like Sean Avery had a pretty good career, but he's a famous guy.
Right.
Like they kind of run with it. You know, I think it's with some of the SEALs. I mean, there's a joke within their community now that when you graduate buds, instead of getting your trident, you get a literary agent.
And so there's got to be some SEALs who still want to live by the old code.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
And so did they look at these new guys that are out there talking all the time with kind of
They're not
disdain?
happy
Or,
with it. Yeah, there's a lot of within the community, and I can't speak for them because you know.
Yeah.
But I heard, and I would imagine it's that there's a lot of them not happy with it. Like, just do your job and,
Right.
and be quiet.
and you know what? You do a lot more. But for people like me, it's not for me to judge, right? I mean, 'cause
Exactly. I'm not part of that community, and
Yeah.
wouldn't
I didn't risk my life.
venture in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And again, there's a lot of good that comes out of it. Like, I think of Sean Ryan is a good thing that he's got his platform.
right.
There's another guy, Andy Stumpf, who was formerly, they used to call SEAL Team 6, called Dev Bruno. He's got some really interesting stories. And it's not political. There's no, on his
Right.
stuff, it's more about the experience.
Right.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh goodness. How about the guy, the longevity doctor that got nailed in the FC stuff?
So he's with this other guy, Dr. Andrew Huberman.
Yeah.
And like, they both have kind of suspicious credentials.
Yeah, I
that
know.
way. And they both are huge. And again, we're all in business. You got to make money. But they always are. So Huberman clearly is doing TRT at the very least.
Yeah. Sure.
And he doesn't say that though.
Yeah.
It's like he'll promote this workout, this breathing exercise. And that Atia guy never.
Right.
Huberman didn't bother me,
Right.
but Atia I just never warmed up.
So in that whole world, the people that don't know, there's this Peter Attia, who's a longevity, supposed to be this guru about longevity.
And
Huberman really, I think, became more famous because of the ice baths and everything too. He really is really into that kind of
yeah,
stuff.
so their backgrounds differ. So Huberman probably has better credentials.
Right.
Yeah. Huberman, I believe, is a professor. I want to say Stanford also for neuroscience. So that, I mean, that's a big thing when we talk about longevity, Alzheimer's prevention and neuroplasticity and keeping your brain working, right?
Yeah.
The other guy he's just a fraud.
Right. And I think what they've really mastered the art of making themselves sound smarter than everybody else too, using the big words.
Atia had a thing on CBS. Yeah.
What's that?
Atia had a segment on CBS.
Well, he was just getting started. Did they can him or?
Oh yeah.
Right. But I think they kind of debated it for a while whether they're going to get rid of him. But yeah. So what they do is these guys, and they get on. There's another guy that I just despise too.
Oh, I know who you mean.
Yeah.
Gary something.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what it is. He just gnaws at me.
No one knows everything.
I know, because when these guys get on and they say, "This, you can listen to everybody else. They're all wrong. This is the way to do it." I'm telling you the truth. But as soon as you see somebody say that, you go, first of all, there is no right or there's a lot of different. There could be some wrong, but there's a lot of different ways to look at the whole fitness.
Ever evolving. But so we probably forgot to mention the reason we're talking about Peter Attia.
Yeah.
Well, the Epstein file. His name's all over.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and apparently his son, and he acknowledges himself. His son was in the hospital with some life-threatening surgery or something, and he wouldn't go to the hospital to see the son. He was making arrangements to hook up with Epstein.
Yeah, so, good guy.
Yeah, and it's just like, and again, I think you and I both agree. It's okay. There's a lot of really intelligent people out there that are trying to help others, but usually they won't try to paint this picture that they've got the one and only answer.
Yeah, that's both of those guys. Atia. Like I said, at least Schumer's got some credit. He's credentialed. The other guy never even passed his medical board.
Yeah, I know.
He wasn't board certified, right? You know.
And to your point too that you made before, so these guys want to look good too. So as you get older, Mark and I have touched on this. One of the things a lot of people do, a lot of men, especially as they get older, is TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. I happen to think it has some benefits if it's done properly. But these guys will, tout all these other products that they're selling, where what they're really doing is they're doing TRT. It's
Well, it goes in the same vein as all the bodybuilding magazines, especially from like the 90s, 2000s. Guys were totally jacked on 12 or 15 different steroids, and they're promoting a protein powder.
I know, here's a bar. Here, eat this bar every day, or do turmeric and honey every day. That's going to be your savior.
Or they had their workout. It's like
do steroids for God's sake.
Well, who was it? Oh, I know who it was. Randy Carlisle.
Yeah.
So I'm coaching with his son Craig.
Yeah.
But Kenny said that they played, I guess, for Canada in the World Championships way back when, like probably middle 80s or something.
Right.
And Randy tested positive, and he never did steroids. Right. It was a foul up on the doping thing.
Oh.
So they're all in the locker room like, Randy, you did the steroids, but you forgot to lift the weights. I mean, really, they retired as a tremendous player.
Yeah.
He'd be in fact, his son said, he goes, I can't get my dad to work out. He's just, his old school method of training for hockey in the summer was like riding a bike or swimming.
And to his credit, I don't think he did a whole lot of bike riding either.
No.
He was a chubby dude. We used to get him going. We called him Kitty Carlisle. Remember the old actress, Kitty? Yeah. So we called him Kitty on the ice to get him going. And he was a little chunky too. So he was easily, he's got a tease because we go, man, you're fat. You're Kitty Carlisle skinnier than you are.
Good skate though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Barry Bonds, flaxseed oil. Yeah.
Yeah. Or remember when Mark McGuire left the a dentist steroid? It was like a legal supplement. So they would the reporters would see that. Oh, that's what you're doing. Oh.
No, I'm not doing that.
No, he left it there because I had that at GNC. That and then
He still tried to deny it even after they saw the.
Right. Or how about Rafael Palmeiro?
Right.
Never did stay in front of Congress. Like Clinton. It wasn't sex. Same thing. I never did steroids. A week later, he tests positive for Winstrol or something. When he's playing for
it's just amazing if you look back in history how people the cover up after the crime
is worse.
Yeah. Like how about A-Rod? here's the thing with A-Rod. A-Rod was an incredible baseball player. I think he's actually very good on TV.
5-tool guy.
Yeah. But when I watch him, all I can think about is him lying. It's not necessarily about him doing the steroids. It's about the lying afterwards. It's like, We all know you're doing steroids. Like,
And the thing is, the story that Canseco tells,
yeah,
is he was in the All-Star game or whatever, and he slid in the second, and he got up, and somebody goes, "Wow, what happened to you?" Because he got really jacked, and he told him, and that kind of started the whole conversation in Major League Baseball about steroid use and performance enhancement.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So people, just to be clear, if anybody's listening to us right now, so testosterone replacement therapy, testosterone is a natural thing in your body.
Right.
And the theory is with most people, as you age,
Men.
testosterone,
Men.
yeah, more men, but women as well, your testosterone level drops.
Sure.
Typically with a male, it's like 700 or 800 kind of level.
Yeah.
And, right. In that range.
Yeah. They won't medically treat you until you get to around 250.
Right. So you can get a prescription. You go to a doctor who really needs to know their stuff. And if your testosterone level drops to, like Mark said, that 250 range, they can prescribe you testosterone. You can do shots yourself. There's creams, but really the shots are the best. Yeah. And there's another thing too. Like if you see people trying to sell pills for testosterone, that doesn't work, right? It may give you some kind of may look like you've got a boost or whatever, or feel better, but it's not.
There's a ton of like natural stuff to tell you. There may be a little, and also when we talk about testosterone, there's testosterone level and also free of the blood serum levels. In other words, how much are you really getting in your system? Yeah. I think the issue becomes, again, if your level's 250 and they want to bring you back up to 500 or 600, that's cool. But some guys, the doctors will go, okay, well, we're going to get you up to like 1,000 or 1,200.
The theory is if your testosterone level drops, that's where a lot of aging effects comes in. The way you look, your skin.
But is it? Let me ask you. But is it?
Good point. We don't know that for sure, right? So, I mean, that's the theory.
Mine, last time I had a check a year ago, was like 650,
right?
Which my age group is at the higher range.
Yes,
now, it's genetics, probably a lot of it's genetics.
Well, but it's also your diet, the way you live life, yeah.
And unfortunately, if you're sitting at a desk and you're 38 years old and you're 30 pounds overweight and you have a really poor diet, it's not a judgment. It's just a fact that if you cleaned up that stuff first before you did the TRT,
totally,
you may see, you got to the gym. And, we're too.
Because they just say with males, the negative for males. Well, one of the negatives they say is that it stops you producing. It's harder to reproduce for a male.
Well, once you go on it, that's it. You're on it for a lifetime.
Well, but they say that's more in the case for reproduction, that you can get off it. So the theory is your body stops making its own testosterone.
Yeah, it reads that blood level, blood serum level, and shuts down your own production. And again, what are we talking about? Are you bringing it back to 650 or you're bringing it up to 1,200? Because I know guys, good friend of mine, he started doing TRT when he was in his 30s.
Yeah.
And when he went off, his test level went down to the number 9, single digit. Right. And he was depressed. He couldn't get out of bed. So he had to go back on. And that's the problem. Generally speaking, with TRT, and again, this is generally speaking, if you go on it, it's pretty much a lifetime.
Right. Yeah.
I did a little, why I did it. There's some reason I did it last night. I can't remember why it was, but I did a little, so you've heard us talk about BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard, these big investment houses are worth trillions of dollars, own all kinds. So I just did a quick little experiment. So I said, who owns CNN? Who owns ABC? And it always comes back to those three: BlackRock, State Street, Vanguard, big shares. Who owns Pfizer? And when I say owns, who owns a big chunk of the shares in these companies?
Well, they control it.
So it's really interesting to really do the homework. Spend 15 minutes and just Google.
But it's almost like you didn't even have to. You already know.
Yeah. But it's fascinating. Like if somebody hadn't really known that, and you told them to say, okay, research this and see how many times BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard, they're going to go. It always pops up. Those names always pop up in the shares. Right? Yeah.
And then then you wonder how certain people get to. So again, we have 300 and some odd Congress people, but we only see like a dozen or less.
Yeah.
So who's controlling that narrative?
Oh, I know, Charles Schumer. We're going to work on Charles Schumer. We're going to work on his back there. What exercises would you do for Charles Schumer for the slouching back he's got going on?
I'd throat punch him.
That would solve it.
Yeah. Always.
You ever go through stretches? So I go through stretches where my body is perfect, no pain, feeling great. Then I'll go for a couple of weeks where like so about 2 weeks ago, I dropped a 45-pounder on my foot.
That's always an eye opener.
So people don't know when you're in the gym, 45-pounders are the big ones. So I dropped it. My foot was black and blue all
Oh,
over.
yeah.
So then I was starting to do the Jefferson deadlifts again, which I know you enjoy. And my groin, when I started when I did my groin.
Yeah.
And then I think because I was watching, I was on this computer too much, my neck was all kicked up. So I'm walking around with a bad foot, the groin. It was one of those points. It was funny though, right? Because, you know, and you and I have been through it. So I think because we've been through it before, we okay, this is going to pass at some point. But for right now,
while it's happening, it's not fun. Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, because when I'm feeling good, I'm bebopping all over and dancing everywhere. Yeah.
Some mornings I get out of bed, I just want everything. There's nothing laying there, right?
Oh, very funny. But I
that's
do.
Why I'm trying to really be bringing my workouts to 7 out of 10.
Oh.
When I start really feeling good.
Yeah.
Stop.
Okay. See, that's the issue, right?
It's hard, but that's what I'm doing.
I know. Yeah. Because I'm feeling good though. Like, I want to get on, like I want to do the fly machine and put the pin in the bottom plate and do the whole stack and the whole bit. Yeah. You don't do any bench press at all anymore, right? It's
I mean, I can't, number one, because my shoulders are so bad. Right. And I'm a firm believer that's why they're so bad.
Yeah, sure.
Because I got hung up in that how much can you bench thing. And I got pretty significant weight going over the years. And now two just shredded shoulder.
You think you can maintain? I mean, you want to have a nice pecs, right? You want your chest to look good, but doing flies can accomplish.
Yeah, I would. If you look at the old Arnold, like the movie Pumping Iron, yeah, he's doing some barbell stuff, but he does a lot more flies. You can control a range if it's bodybuilding you're interested in. But if it's sport, I don't have athletes do it because what sport do you lay on your back and go like this?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Unless you just got run over and you're pushing the guy off you.
Definitely. So how do you feel about your butt?
How do you have flat chest? I'm sorry.
How do you feel about your butt right now? Like shape.
Oh, it's because I've been skating a whole bunch. It's pretty.
Oh.
Getting there. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, because Sunday we're on the ice for 4 hours, like not in a row, but cumulatively 4 hours, and then 3 hours. So like in 3 days, I was on the ice for like 7 or 8 hours.
Ooh, so you're skating. That's great. I forgot how much skating does for your butt.
It really, you get to get a bowling ball again. Yeah.
I know. So now my butt is, I'm not as happy with, be honest with my butt right now. Right. It's like when I see somebody else with the pants that kind of go directly from the belt down to their knees, yeah, that's bad, right? Yeah.
So I would do a lot of lunging, reverse lunging. It puts a lot on your glutes.
How about the hip thrusters? They're supposedly good for you too, right?
Yeah, but that's not your glutes. That's more in the front here.
Hip thrusters? But don't you?
Yeah, well, when you squeeze it at the end, yeah.
Squeeze it at the end. Squeeze it at the end. Yeah. What? And also kettlebell swings if you really concentrate on.
Yeah. Right. So if you get a double hip action.
Double knee, right. Get the old double hip squeeze at the end.
Any kind of squatting is good for your glutes. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So as long as you're doing a double hip squeeze at the end, you're good.
Squeeze at the end. Yeah.
Right. A double hip squeeze at the end.
Yeah.
Right. Good news. Good deal. What?
It's important when you go through TSA.
It is. Yeah. I saw a funny video of clips where people were putting like dildos and stuff in people's bags. So when they go through TSA.
Yeah, actually, after 9/11, when we flew up to Boston during the exhibition season, they had a table set up for us, right?
Yeah.
And Dale said, "Watch when the lady opens my bag." I said, "No. Please tell me no."
Oh, he did it to himself?
He left something in his bag for the whoever was checking his bag to see.
Usually they do it to somebody else to make somebody else look bad. That's a sick mind when he does it to himself. Yeah.
He didn't do it, but but he was playing with me. But I went because with him I would have believed it for sure.
Right. Also read where in 3 days at the Winter Olympics they went through 10,000 condoms.
Yes, I did read that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. People are being responsible, right?
Being responsible, yeah.
Man, think about that. So you got there's thousands of athletes, right?
Yeah, they're all in their 20s.
Right. And they're all perfectly fit.
Yeah, gorgeous people, gorgeous bodies.
Right. And this is a chance of a lifetime to do whatever they want to do. They're young.
Yeah, you're at the Olympics.
So let's just, so because I'm sure they're saying, okay, do we give them condoms or not? So like, if we give them condoms, we're promoting sex. If we
Right.
don't give them condoms, in 9 months, we're going to have like 10,000 babies or something running around.
Yeah.
Because they're going to have sex no matter what.
Yeah. Well, it's called the Olympics, not the Olymp. Never mind.
oh, so I mean, wonder. I mean, are they going out? It's just in the. They're probably in the dorms wherever
Oh,
they stay.
sure.
Right?
Yeah, it's like a big college town.
Right. So you're walking down the hallway.
Yeah. Hey, you, come here.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Especially if they don't like. You get some girl that doesn't speak English. You don't speak her language, whatever. And
The language of love.
the only language you know is.
International language of love.
Just imagine that.
Wow. It's got to be a wild scene.
Oh God, some of those stories themselves would be worth going to the Olympics. Yeah. Do you remember Chris Scapetto? They call Frosty the trainer.
Yeah.
So he's doing the Olympics for the he's working with Team USA.
USA.
He actually the only reason I know it, Eddie Oldchuk said his name yesterday on air. So I contacted Chris yesterday, sent him a text. So people don't know this. Chris Scapetto, probably the most famous trainer in the history of trainers. Like he's Mr. Yeah. Everybody knows him. Everybody loves him.
Well, Rammer too.
Rammer's up there. Yeah. He's in Montreal now, right?
Yeah, he's with Canadians. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
He was I bet you 20 years or more with the Rangers. Yeah.
Yeah, long time.
He's Team Canada. Well, I don't know if he still is, but for a long
That's
time.
Right. That's right.
Athletic trainer. Yeah.
That's right.
All
right.
On the ice. I mean, you need that guy.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Trainers. Who else was good? I think part of the reason Eddie got into it was talking about how the Kachuk brothers had really learned from their father about how to treat the trainers, how important that was.
Stan Wong down in Washington had been a long time well-known athletic trainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because again, those are the guys. They have it. So when I was with New York, Rammer got called all the time, and he can really say if the guy can play or not.
Right.
So it's a pretty big decision.
Sure. And they work long hours too, man. Oh, geez. Yeah. What's going on this weekend? Exciting?
This coming weekend? No, I think we have some hockey, but
right.
Yeah.
So it looks like Canada and U.S. and the men's side are heading towards a showdown for the gold medal. Looks like.
I think Canada's just going to stop everybody.
I want it to be a good game because I do like. I just don't know if they've got enough depth on the U.S. side. It's like Canada's got 4 lines that they could throw out there. Yeah. Interesting how Sullivan, who obviously coached Team USA, also coaches the Rangers, uses 2 Rangers who are star guys as their penalty killers, and JT Miller and Vinny Trocheck.
Well, I guess you go with what you know.
Yeah. And I guess what I like, to me, I like it. So they're giving them a role because they're saying, I read it that he's saying, you're probably not going to play a lot.
You're here for this.
Right. So here's something that you can own.
Right.
I guess I noticed it was 5-1 yesterday and Miller went down, blocked a shot at a 5-1 game.
Yeah.
It wasn't getting a ton of ice time, but still blocked a shot. So
he wants to play.
That's smart. That's smart by Sullivan. I like that. Yeah. The great coach Spezzano, who should be coaching Team USA in the Olympics. Women are up 2-0 right now.
Yeah, I watched some of that, man. That's tic-tac-toe.
Their power play is unbelievable. Yeah. They've got the play to the middle of the ice there. I think it's Carpenter that's got the one-timer there in the middle of the ice. Yeah.
Bobby Carpenter's daughter.
Yeah, that is his daughter, right?
Yeah. Plays in New Jersey for the club.
Yeah. Bobby Carpenter. We didn't get along. Is one of the few guys.
Is that right?
He got traded. He got a real bad reputation in Washington when he held out for a year, I think, like that, to get his contract. And he got traded to the Rangers, and it just didn't fit in for whatever reason. So then I get traded with him out to L.A., and his wife and my wife ended up being like really good friends.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and it wasn't like we hated each other, but we just didn't mix. It was I was a Canadian farm boy. He was the Boston guy.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting, and you know this because you know all the guys, but that 80 team, you had the Boston kids and the Minnesota kids, and they did not get along.
Yeah, totally.
And that was Herbie's job to make sure that they did get along. or at least play together.
Right. Yes. They learn how to
You're not
coexist.
friends off the ice, but on the ice, you got to be teammates.
Yeah. I guess they had some big brawl in college, right? A couple of years before that, right?
Yeah.
Prompted that.
Well, and then back then, USA Hockey was either Minnesota or Boston.
Yeah.
You didn't have kids out of LA playing.
Yeah.
So it was
Right.
very territorial.
Isn't that interesting, right? Like you have Matthews is from Arizona, Kachuk's from
it's
St.
different.
Louis. Yeah.
It's a rich man's game.
It really is.
Look at all the better players; they all come from money.
I know. The dads are players, and yeah. That's the sad thing about it, right? There's probably so many great athletes out there that could be great hockey players, but they
When
don't.
we're in, I don't know, Canada or whatever, one of the kids, the airline broke his sticks.
Oh,
So he had to go out and get 2 sticks, $400 each
Oh. I know.
for a hockey stick. I mean, it's insane.
And I got to tell you, in most cases, I'd like to hear your opinion. Up to a certain point, those expensive sticks really do the kids no good. The kid
They
can
do
be
more harm than good. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So they can all shoot it. Because you ever pick one up? They weigh, it's like
Oh,
a piece of paper in your hand.
Yeah.
They cannot receive a pass.
Oh,
They can't one-time a pass. It just explodes off their stick.
yeah.
Because they haven't learned how to,
Yeah.
do the things that you need to do. And they get too wrapped up in doing the Michigan and all this fancy
Oh,
stuff.
I know. So people that do these new sticks are composite material, and it's all about when you see people get the good shot, it's all about the flex.
Yeah.
So they really learn to use the flex. So they bend it, and then when the stick snaps out again, that's where the power of the shot comes from.
Yeah.
But for kids that are like 10 years old,
They can't lean on it.
yeah. So up to that point, there's no reason why they should be using a $200 stick.
But and again, the issue becomes when they get stronger and they get a little bit stronger, they're still not shooting properly, but because of the technology, they can rip it.
Right.
And two things, guys, when we're warming up, let the goaltender
Oh.
feel the puck. Don't blast it over his shoulder. And like,
I'll tell you, that used to drive me nuts, man. Guys are firing at the goalie's head. No,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then all you hear is glass, boards.
oh, I know.
Right.
Yeah. So to me, that's a great point. So if you're hearing glass, so the puck hitting the glass during warmups with the goalie's in the net, it means the kid's just not paying attention to what he's supposed to be doing because you're supposed to be warming the goalie up. You're not firing the
Put
puck.
it in his pads. Let him feel it.
Yeah.
And even that, like Phil Esposito said, I scored a lot of 70-mile-an-hour goals. Just being in the right place, right time.
Yeah.
It's not how hard you shoot it. It's how you get shot off it. That's one of the drills we were running last week is, receiving a pass and not dusting the puck off until it's square.
Yeah, I know.
And I've got a really good video from last night's game. It was a sauce pass. It was a sick backhand sauce. It was like whatever. But I guess it was whoever it was, I forget.
Right.
Received it, got the shot off all in one piece.
I know.
All
So when Mark says dusting it off, what happens is the kids have this tendency when they get the puck, they need to stick handle it a few times first before they do something with it, which is it's just not necessary. It feels good, it looks nice, and all that kind of stuff, but it's
It's a habit that they develop. It's a bad
I
habit.
know.
Even when they get a breakaway, there's no one in front of them. They're stick handling. So put on your backhand, shovel. Just go.
I never had that problem stick handling. If I did, the puck was square by the time I got done with that sucker.
So speaking of Dale, right, Purinton, he's a funny guy. So we're down in Philly in exhibition season, and he just fought. A couple guys fought. So I'm going in the room getting ice for the guys, and we're walking in. Dale stops at one of the TV monitors. Fight! I go running over there. He goes, "Oh no, it's just Manny Malhotra trying to stick handle."
Whatever happened to Manny? Wasn't he getting into coaching?
He got an eye injury, but you know what? He realized early on, if I want to stick around this league, one of the ways I can do it is learn how to take a draw. And he's been really good at it. He stuck around being able to take that.
I think he got into coaching too. I think he's in Vancouver's organization.
He is, and I hear some good things about his coaching. Yeah. He's a really good coach. Yeah,
Brian Burr's actually doing well coaching out there
in Colorado.
Yeah.
With the Colorado Extreme, I think.
And so your program is not part of USA Hockey, correct?
No, we're AAU hockey, which I didn't even really know existed till I got out here.
Right.
And unfortunately for us, the league is either in the Boston area or Canada.
Right.
So we were home this weekend against Colorado, probably our closest team.
So people that don't know, USA Hockey is the big governing body, but there's a lot of rules involved with that. So some organizations decide not to be part of USA Hockey. One of the downsides is you can't play, or USA Hockey programs are not allowed to play against you. Is that correct?
Yeah, they can't play against us or they'll lose their charter.
Right.
There's some gray area there for tournaments. If an AAU team is able to get a USA Hockey, you'd have to talk to Nathan about this, but there is a way that they can do it.
Right.
But in large part, no, they can't. If they were to play us, they'd lose their charter.
Interesting. So I was going to be any particular athlete, the Olympics, that's really caught your attention, male, female?
Not really. I mean, when you're watching a hockey, it's a team, so
Right.
it's a little different. But
I'm gonna go-
the downhill people are absolutely out of their minds, men and women. 90 miles an hour, and I think they hose that down, so it's like
Yeah.
so they're just on edges.
Yeah. I'm going to go with that Chloe Kim, the snowboarder.
Yeah.
Cute. She's cute. She's got that cute, like, sweet. She could be a total nutcase. I don't know, but she's got that sweet.
Yeah, I haven't really seen too much of that part of it.
Right. All right, brother.
All
Another
right,
fascinating. You think we've, like, our goal every time we're on here is to save the world. Save the world, right? Like, in Save the World, we don't have to solve all the problems, just a little bit at a time, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That's-
So who do you
that's
think
the
we've
plan.
really reached today? Did we reach, we certainly didn't reach any politicians. They're not going to change.
No.
We can't save them.
No, they're done.
Right. They're done.
Yeah.
But we probably helped somewhere along. Probably just somebody we don't even realize we've hurt them or helped them. Sorry.
Yeah. Somewhere there's somebody who's believing our nonsense, and maybe it'll help.
Right. Hold on. Susan's got one last question here.
Yeah.
What do you think of the NHL going to 13-7 lineup? Are you saying it because that's what the or the Olympics do?
Yeah.
I don't think there's. I might be more
PA would like that.
well, more jobs.
Well, that's true too. Yeah.
Right. More jobs, but then okay, so that's a great question. More jobs, but more salaries that have to bite into the salary cap, right?
And also, you're diluting the talent.
Yeah, but the PA doesn't care about that.
No, they want money.
Interesting question. For me, as the old school guy, I hate it when there's 6 defensemen. I want there to be 4 or 5 defensemen. I want to play all the time.
Yeah.
So that would be the downside as a player. Like for me, I mean, you'd have a lot of guys sitting on the bench a lot, really. But
The 7th guy's going to get 2 minutes a night.
yeah, cozy, warmer on the bench. I mean, if it's ever cold on the bench, it'd be warmer.
That's true.
Cozy,
Yeah.
cozy. So I guess there's a positive there, the coziness factor, right?
But before I forget,
What?
Oshawa Generals
Yes.
sent out. Did you hear this? They sent out an email to all their ticket holders,
Right.
saying, "This is no joke.
Right.
We're getting complaints about the odor. Please, personal hygiene is important, and shower before you come to the games."
Sending that to the fans?
To the fan base, they sent out an email. And of course, I'm coaching with Kevin Colley and Nathan, both play for Oshawa. So Jeff Paul will play for Erie. He's on about it. He's on about it.
Oh, that's funny. I've never heard
They
of
had to
that.
send
before.
out another email apologizing about the previous email.
Oh, that's funny stuff. Oh, good deal. Good. All right, everybody. Have a fantastic week. We kind of dropped off on this. Let's make sure we continue to take care of each other, get the 988 hotline out there and everything. So everybody continue to be good neighbors. Don't listen to all the garbage. It's a very small percentage of our population that are total
Don't watch the
psychos.
news.
Yep. The rest of us are fantastic people. So let's keep it going.